Today in the Fresh Brew Run Club, with warm weather right around the corner, here's my favorite spring running gear. Welcome back to the Fresh Brew Run Club. For today's video, yes, I am taking a little bit of a risk in declaring spring right around the corner, but it is the middle of March, which means there just has to be warm weather along the way. I have been running through blizzards and snowstorms and ice storms and all kinds of cold weather lately, but I do know that based on the calendar, there is warm weather ahead. So I want to talk about some of my favorite spring running gear. Now, this is not the latest and greatest gear, but I will give you the most recent equivalent to it. I will link all the products I mention in a blog post on freshbrewrunclub.com. So check that out in the description below, but let's jump into it starting from the feet on up. So for spring 2023, my go-to shoe is going to be the Nike Invincible 3. I've made a couple videos about this. There's some controversy. People love it. People hate it. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think it's an okay shoe. It's perfectly acceptable to run in. It's not as good as the Invincible 2, but it's not a bad shoe by any means. I am someone who wants to get the most out of their shoes, so I'm going to keep running in this until I hit probably about 350 miles in these. So I got a little ways to go with these shoes. Now, let's say the weather's a little bit gloomy, maybe a little bit slushy out. I would recommend the Nike Pegasus Trail 3 GoreTex. There is a Trail 4. I haven't run in that, but I have to assume it's a pretty good shoe. This was kind of a surprise to me how good this is. It's super versatile. It's a trail shoe, so it has like grip on the bottom. It has this GoreTex material on the outside that helps to keep the rain and the water and the moisture out, but it also is a little bit breathable. It's not super heavy. It locks around your ankle. It's very durable. There's a lot of great things about this shoe. Now, this is Michigan, so the weather can get a bit extreme. If that is the case and it is pouring rain, I recommend the Nike Pegasus Turbo Shield. This is a little bit of an older shoe, so I don't know how many more runs I'm going to be able to get out of this before it starts to crumble and some of the parts start to separate, but this is a truly waterproof shoe. It is a Pegasus Turbo, so you have the turbo outsole, the turbo midsole, but it has this waterproof upper. It has no laces. It's like a zipper with Velcro straps, so there is no water going to get in this shoe. It looks futuristic. It looks like a spaceship. Like I said, it came out like 4 years ago, so it's probably at the end of its shelf life. You can find this on StockX today, so you can check that out. But this is my go-to like storming rain shoe for the spring. Now, no shoe is complete without a great pair of socks, and I run in the Nike Spark socks. These are a fantastic sock for a couple reasons. One, on the bottom, it has a lot of padding, so they're very comfortable. Two, on the top, it's pretty breathable. It's a lighter fabric, so your feet don't get too hot. Three, it has a nice heel pad, so some shoes can kind of dig into your heels and rub against them. This has a nice pad on the back that helps protect your ankle. And four, the elastic band around the top is pretty strong and even includes a little bit of a reflective material for a little bit of added visibility. Now, moving up to the legs, I do like to run in tights in the spring. I've been running in the Nike Pro Combat tights. I don't want to wear like a winter type of tight, so this is kind of a nice balance to protect the legs but not overheat the legs. And then the shorts, I have these Nike Run Division shorts. I got these on a fantastic Black Friday sale. Let me tell you, Nike shorts, in my opinion, are very much overpriced, so I would not recommend paying full price. Like $80 for a pair of shorts is way too much, but I got a great deal on these. The brand doesn't matter to me too much. The number one thing I look for in a pair of shorts is a pocket in the back with a zipper where I can put my car keys or my pass for my parking garage or a goo gel if I need it. And I bought 3 pairs of these because it was such a good deal over Black Friday, like I said, but pretty much any short will do. I do like this sort of swishy, like nylon material. When it rains, they don't get too heavy, and it tends to rain a lot in Michigan. Now, moving up to the top layer, I typically wear like a long sleeve, like racing t-shirt that I get at a race. This is actually my favorite. It is from the 2017 Detroit Marathon. It's an awesome shirt, fantastic material, really cool design. It's a very like Detroit design. It kind of looks like the Detroit flag. It has like the crest or the logo on the front. This one is actually made by New Balance, which I love the Detroit Marathon, but last year the race shirt in a race sponsored by New Balance was not made by New Balance, but this one actually was, so I think that's really cool. It's a very high quality shirt. It's lasted me 5 years, so I can't say enough good things about this New Balance shirt. So that's sort of the base layer, and then the outer layer is this Asics jacket that I got. They don't make this specific jacket anymore. They do have a comparable jacket, which I will link in that blog post in the description below. But what I love about this jacket is it is 100% waterproof, which is really really important for two reasons. One, obviously keeping the water and the rain out, but two, it also helps to block the wind, because if no water is going to get in, no wind is going to get in also. And that's kind of the biggest challenge that I tend to face in Michigan in the spring. Is it's not necessarily freezing cold, it's just really windy. And if you don't have a good wind blocking jacket or outer layer, then that wind is going to go right through and you are going to be freezing cold no matter what the temperature is. So I love this jacket. Now I'm probably due for a new one because I've kind of worn this down, but all of the seams have like a waterproof seam put over top of like the fabric seams, and all the zippers are waterproof as well, so no water is going to get into this jacket. I got this jacket in 2014, so it's lasted like 8-9 years now, which is awesome. Like I said, I'm probably due for a new one, but I really do recommend Asics's outer layer jacket. They're fairly reasonably priced. I did see some sales on the Asics website, so check those out as well. And then finally, moving to my extremities, I really like these New Balance gloves. They're kind of thin, but they also do provide some warmth. They have grips on the inside, and then they do have the phone, thumb, and finger technology. I don't even know how that works, but I can use my Apple Watch and my phone when I'm on a run without having to take my gloves off, which is really important. And last but not least is my go-to hat for the spring. So it's raining, the sun's out, whatever the conditions are, it's always great to have a nice hat to help keep the elements out of your face. So I really do like this one. It is made of dry fit material, so it's breathable. There's some perforation on the back and the top to kind of let the heat out, but it doesn't let too much water in. The bill of the hat is fairly long compared to like other bills, so it does help keep the sun or the rain out of your eyes a little bit more. This hat is actually like the go-to hat of corporations looking to put their logo like on the corner of the hat. I just bought a blank version on Amazon. I really like this. It's a Velcro adjustable strap in the back. It's really comfortable. I like it a lot more than like your typical like running hat, which is kind of like a 5-panel hat where it's kind of like a lower profile, and I just don't like that. I really do like this style of hat. I think it's technically a golf hat, but it gets the job done for running. That is my spring running gear recommendations. Like I said at the beginning, I don't have all the like top of the line gear. This is just stuff that has worked for me over the years of running in Michigan spring conditions. So that is today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.